I'm Brigham Larson with Brigham Larson Pianos. This is a piano that we just barely took in this week, and we're going to be doing a complete rebuild on this piano. So this rebuild consists of three different areas. We're going to be rebuilding the player system. This piano was a player. You can see the player system up there. I'll show you that in just a second. It's, of course, the guts, the piano itself. That's very much the lion's share of the work that we're going to be doing. And then there's the exterior. All three are in absolutely desperate need of restoration. So this piano, this is actually a really cool video. I'm really excited to do this one because it's going to be so dramatic. I mean, usually they're pretty dramatic, but this one, like one of the more dramatic, not the most, but pretty close. Okay, so why don't we first start, let's look at the player here. So the player is, of course, original, like I said, 1928 is how far back this piano goes. And these are the original tubes here. It's 100 years old almost, and that's rubber. And 100-year-old rubber actually just breaks just like that. That is not rubbery in the least. And so, as you can see, all of these are just, they are not going to hold a vacuum at all, which is what they have to do. I mean, this is all pneumatic, so everything has to be super, super airtight. And you can see, like here, all of these had hoses coming to them, and they're just definitely not anywhere near airtight. Everything's just broken off and broken up, so yeah, in desperate need of complete restoration. This doesn't work at all, but it will. Then and maybe I should point this out too. This is kind of cool. More cloth that, again, that has to be a vacuum tight, but that's just all totally torn up. This little leather. Anyway, you get the point. And there are lots of parts throughout that are equally as desperate for restoration. Okay, so that's the player. Then the piano itself, same kind of story. You've got these hammers that are coming off. They're supposed to be down like that, of course, obviously. And this happens especially when moisture has been introduced into the piano. I see that. I've seen this kind of thing like on pianos that have been left on someone's porch. And some water got in or something. I mean, that's not necessarily the case, but that is often what's going on there. And see, that just comes right off. There's the hammer. Just goes on right there. Worse than a saloon piano. And some keys that aren't working, damper issues. Lots of notes that aren't working altogether. There's something going on there for sure. Strings are in very, very poor condition. You know what? I'm going to double down on my moisture theory. You can see lots of rust right here, and what happens then is these dampers that are supposed to mute out the strings, they get crusty from the water, and so rather than being a nice fluffy cushion, they hit crust. Here's a broken string altogether. So we're going to re-string all of that. Yeah, so that's in pretty desperate. Just all of this action, everything, the dampers, the hammers, the shanks, the bridle straps, the whip-ins, the strings, all of those are in poor condition. Everything's going to have to be totally redone. So of course the keys, these are original ivory, but they're in poor condition. Looks like they've been chipped off, but then someone went and filed them off, which I think is a terrible idea. This is what they're supposed to look like, the C8, with that little lip there. Looks like that's the only one that didn't get filed down. So we'll redo those, and this ivory will just be pulverized. Just go through the router and chew it all up. They're looking brand new. And there's all the stuff down below. All of that will be redone. Okay, then finally, let's just look at the third component. Is the finish. Finish is in equally as poor condition as the rest of it. Everything is just really chewed up and worn out. Terrible condition. Looks like this one's had a lot of damage going through doorways. That's what this white stuff is paint that comes off. And this wallboard, it's just really bad condition. Everything all around. And looks like the front. And it's just overall in this piano on all three counts, the finish, the piano itself, and the player, I would say are not even in D- condition. They get a failing grade as far as I'm concerned on all three. So this is going to be a cool restoration. It's going to be a dramatic improvement.